All right, welcome back to My Mom's Basement, ladies and gentlemen. It is Robbie Fox. I am here with Claudio Castagnoli, a guy I've been a fan of for a really, really long time. We're here ahead of AEW All in London, of course, this Sunday. Very excited for it. And we're only hours away from you versus Moxley in the semifinal. Very exciting as well.
Yes.
I believe, if my research is correct, this will be the fifth one-on-one match between you and Moxley in your careers, only the second in AEW. And I think you're 2-2 right now. So it'll be a rubber match of sorts. Bless you. I'm sorry.
Thank you. I know it's the second one in AEW. Mm-hmm. The last one was at the Continental Classic last year.
Yeah.
I did not know. Oh, I do. The other was we had a Halloween street fight as well.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. No disqualification match. Yep.
Yeah. So this will be the rubber match. Interesting. Didn't.
Yeah. I think the prior three were 2014 or 2015. So obviously a long time ago. What is it like getting in the ring with Moxley one-on-one versus tagging with him?
Well, I probably rather tag with him because it's much more fun to have him on your side. He's obviously a tremendous competitor. I think he has pretty much done anything there is to do in professional wrestling, or everything there is to do in professional wrestling. So he is extremely accomplished and obviously a tremendous competitor. And he always finds a way to succeed. And I'd rather have that on my team than against the ring from me, and that is usually the case, but tonight it's going to be the other way around. So yeah, I'm excited because it makes me step up my game.
Of course, yeah. Iron sharpens iron. How do you feel about wrestling in stadiums with All In coming about? I know some wrestlers are very not anti-stadium, but they say it's harder to hear the crowd in a stadium versus an arena or a more enclosed venue. How do you feel about it?
Well, when I'm usually in the ring, it's pretty easy to hear the crowd. So everything has its challenges and its positives and negatives. And I feel like in a stadium, the crowd is obviously a little bit further apart from the intimate settings that AEW has been running sometimes as of late. But it's also awesome to have that many people in one place, and having it in Europe and in Wembley is always special.
Do you have a best and worst stadium experience? Because I've heard also tales of people getting lost in the halls of stadiums as if they're like in Spinal Tap or something. Is there anything that comes to mind for you?
No, I like to walk around during the day and kind of just do reconnaissance if you want. But yeah, the only thing is in stadiums when you're going somewhere, especially for an entrance or whatever it is, it's a long way to get there. So you have to be prepared. You can just be like, oh, I forgot something. I have to run back. I think that happened last year at All In. Somebody forgot something, and then it was like a half a mile sprint to get back to the locker room and back, which is also a very good warm up. But to me, that's just. I mean, stadiums are huge, and the distances are so much bigger. So that's also part of the fun, right? Like when we were at Wembley last time, I saw the Wembley goalposts, so that was fun for me as a football fan. But I don't think I ever got lost.
Yeah, everyone driving around on golf carts too, right? I feel like we always see that in the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah. I prefer to walk. If you have 2 healthy, if you have healthy legs, you should walk.
Yeah. Do you have a perfect wrestling venue? Do you have one that is your favorite above all the rest?
Oh, I think Arena Mexico. The La Catedral. I mean, that's pretty much as perfect as it comes.
Yeah. I just saw that you're on the list. I believe there's 81 wrestlers that have been at Arena Mexico, Tokyo Dome, and Madison Square Garden. And you're on that list. Did you know that?
Oh, really? Nice. Yeah. All right.
Pretty small list. In the grand scheme of all the wrestlers that have been here over generations, 81 people have done all three.
That's that's pretty good. And then you can add Wembley to that too, right?
Exactly. Yeah. That'll narrow the list even further. Yeah. Do you have a favorite All In match you've had over the years? You've had some really good ones, a lot of great tag matches.
Yeah, I mean, they were all special for different reasons, right? I probably picked the trios ladder match from the last All In at Wembley because it was, Pac won the trios championship in his home country at Wembley, so that was pretty special for us. So yeah, I'll pick that one.
Yeah.
Or fighting in the Queen's box was by the Queen's seats was pretty sweet too, but I still picked the trios championship.
That was sweet. I did love that. I had Sheamus on the show not too long ago, and I had to ask him about the finish to I believe it was the New Day versus the Roadblock, where you guys won the tag titles, and there was that awesome fake tag finish, and he immediately gave you credit for it and said, that's the genius of Claudio right there. Do you remember coming up with that? Do you remember what that it was inspired by at all?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was inspired. It was inspired by baseball players stealing a base. And,
really?
And then, to just because usually that always only happens in tag matches when one guy turns on the other, or like, when one guy walks away, and then it's like, but I'm like, what if we just do it the other way around? What if we completely change the script? And I thought it was fitting because it was also the end of New Day's record-breaking title reign, which was absolutely amazing. I mean, and one of my favorite opponents, and I thought that was a good, unique finish for that hasn't been done before.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite finishes. Like, I always go back to that still to this day, and I'm like, oh, that was so awesome. And one of my other favorite matches that you were involved in came up when I interviewed Bryan Danielson, and I was eager to ask about the Headlock match in PWG. It's one of my favorites. Like, over the years, I've watched it so many times, and he immediately was like, that's one of my crowning achievements as a wrestler. I love that match. But he also said that you might have caught some heat for that afterwards. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I don't think I was brought back to PWG for about 4 years, 4.5
4 years after that. And it was because of that?
It was quite a while, yeah.
That's crazy. Do you look back at the match as like not a great memory because of that, or do you still think it's funny?
Tremendous memory.
Okay.
It was awesome. It's one of those, do you dare to be different? And maybe in the short term, whatever. Obviously I would have loved to come back to PWG sooner, but also looking back, it was completely worth it, and just trying something different and doing something different, and people still talk about that match. Like, you just brought it up to me, and you said it was one of your favorite matches, so it's 100% worth it.
It's just so unique. Like, it's a match that I love sitting down other wrestling fans and showing, because you could see 1,000 matches and I could sit you down and show you that, and you're like, wait, what's going on right here? Like, and then by the time that the finish happens, the headlock is escaped, the crowd is on their feet going crazy. It's such a great, again, just creative Claudio Castagnoli match, and finish and all, everything like that.
Yeah, I mean, I have to give complete credit to Bryan on that one. But again, I had a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite matches too. It's like one of those things that you look back, you're like, I'm very proud of that. And I think it's very important that, if you talk to the younger talent, or even like younger people in general, they're like, no, like, try something different. Do what you like to see. Like, don't be afraid to be different. Don't be afraid to try something and fall on your face, right? Because like I'm a firm believer that you learn way more from your mistakes than from your successes. So like, don't be afraid to fail. And again, if you look at that match and coming back, that could be looked at as a fail, but I look at it as a success, because again, you still talk about it, and it's like, if I tell you to take a risk, but I don't do it, then I'm just a hypocrite. So like, I'm very excited, very happy that I've done it, and I'm still trying to do things like that are different.
Yeah, and looking at wrestling say differently? You've shared a locker room with so many of the greats over the years. Who do you think has made you look at wrestling the most differently?
Oh, that's a really good question. I think there's a lot of people, a lot of great people that I've had a chance to share a locker room with. So I don't really want to name too many names. Obviously, all my tag team partners that I had over the years, they influenced me a lot. How they look at wrestling, how they approach it, and then there's also like the legends or the people or the producers that have been around, even the writers, like whatever. Like it's like people, they just look at wrestling differently because at the end of the day, I feel that wrestling is art. It's an art form. And everybody has a different take on it. Everybody has a different view on it. And the important part is that you maybe they don't listen to people, talk to people, but at the end of the day, you need to stay true to yourself or whatever they like about wrestling or whatever they see wrestling as. You, when you go out there, you have to find that in yourself, because if you just do something that you've heard or somebody else thinks is cool or good, it kind of just becomes a performance that's not as authentic as wrestling should be. And I feel all the matches that people gravitate to, or the matches that I like when I was a kid, they had something uniquely authentic about those two performers about it. And I feel that's probably the biggest lesson that you've seen, that you can talk to different people. And I shared a locker room with so many great guys, and like, you know, been on the road with so many different athletes and champions, and however you want to say it, or like performers, and they all see it a little bit different. And it's just, that's the beauty of it, that you can have conversations and you can be passionate about it and you can disagree. And at the end of the day, you have to find what works for you. And but recently, just because, you know, I've been, ever since I started with AEW, in a group with Jon Moxley and with the Death Riders, we share a lot of different like motivations behind things and how we look at it, and we still look at things in different ways or disagree on certain things. But there's some like broad picture stuff that we definitely agree 100% and try to take a atypical view or stance to it. If that makes sense, to just like get inspirations from like stuff from the past or whatever, or like movies or TV shows or whatever it is, but it's like not the typical things. And then like, how can we improve it? How can we make it better? And it's just that kind of like out of the box thinking that we shared a lot as of late.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love pulling from movies and television and things where it's not a copy of a copy in wrestling. I feel like that's where you see a lot of success.
Yeah, and you know, it's important to also kind of look outside your box to see what's working. And you can, again, music, whatever it might be, there's so many inspirations out there, you know, sports, whatever, and just kind of find what works and what doesn't. And again, that only happens with trial and error. And
Yeah.
to me, that's the fun part.
Do you have a biggest wrestling pet peeve, whether it be something you see new timers do that just irks you, or something that's always irked you?
I'm sure I
Or
do.
something the fans do even?
What was that?
I said even something the fans do, maybe?
No, I'm sure I've read a lot of pet peeves that the older I get, the more they get. I'm really grouchy old man. No, I think, oh man, if I would have to pick one, it would probably be if you don't take wrestling serious. And I mean, like, not like don't do fun stuff or whatever. Like, no, I mean like whatever your craft is, and if you choose that to be wrestling, but like take it serious, treat it with respect, and take your craft serious. That doesn't mean you have to be, you know, serious technical wrestler or whatever. Like that can be anything. Like obviously, you know, there's many ways to succeed, but I feel like if you want to be successful and if you do this, because wrestling has been so good to me, you know, take it serious. I think that would be the biggest pet peeve. But also, I understand if somebody just wants to do it once a month or whatever, like, sure, but then, do that. But if you want to be successful and if you want to do it right, just take it seriously. I think that would be.
I think that's a great one.
Pet peeve, yeah. But I feel that applies to anything in life, right? Like,
of course,
if you have a dream, if you want to go for it, like, just treat it with respect and take it serious.
Yeah. I have a couple rapid fire questions that I ask everyone that comes on the show. So whatever the first name that comes to mind is, who is the strongest wrestler you've ever been in the ring with?
Probably Big E or Mark Henry.
Oh, two good answers. Yeah. What about the funniest wrestler you've ever met?
Santino.
We've gotten him before. He's a common answer. It's usually either Santino or R-Truth.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, R-Truth. Yeah, but I think
the stiffest wrestler you've ever been in the ring with?
I'd just say Sheamus.
Another answer that comes up pretty common in that one. The best technical wrestler you've ever been in the ring with?
Man, I've been lucky enough to be in the ring with some very, very gifted technical wrestlers. From the top of my mind would be Tyson Kidd, Zack Sabre Jr., Hechicero is amazing. So, yeah.
Love that. And then the most painful finisher you've ever taken?
Most painful finisher I've ever taken. Well, either it was so painful that I forgot it, or luckily, so there's like certain submissions holds are definitely extremely painful because you'll feel it the days after. But nothing pops into my mind. If I think of something, I'll let you know next time we talk.
Okay, sounds good. Claudio, I appreciate it. All in Sunday, of course, and we're excited for the match against Moxley tonight.
Thank you very much. So am I. I hope you're watching. It's going to be a good one.